Ashley says, grabs a cork.
Allard says, applauds.
Ashley says, applause.
Allard says, applauds.
The trees whisper secrets tall and lean under shandy sky so deep and green. Vines like veins the jungle breathes. I am the huntress, born to seize. This is my realm, my wild, my flame. The rivers speak, they call my name. Taluna blood, fierce and free. No chains can bind the heart.
Tammy shouts, woot.
Moonlight drips through the canopy cracks. Shadows dance on the predator's tracks. My bow hums songs
Abijam
of
says,
silent flight.
sinking up behind Ash, and puts her over my
Jungle
shoulder.
bows to me tonight. Leaves rustle tales of old and new. Every creature knows my truth. This is my realm, my wild, my flame. The rivers speak, they call my name. Taluna blood, fierce and free. No chains can bind the heart of me. Leaves rustle tales of old and new. Every creature knows my truth.
Nia shouts,
This is my
Wa Ngao
realm,
Taluna.
my wild,
Smiley face.
my flame. The rivers speak, they call my name.
Ashley says, laughs.
Blood, fierce and free.
Allard says, applauds.
No chains can bind the heart of me. Roots tangle tight where secrets creep. The wind hums low, the earth runs deep. I walk the edge where danger hums. I am the jungle, I am the drum. This is my realm, my wild, my flame. The rivers speak, they call my name. Taluna blood, fierce and free. No chains can bind the heart of me. Roots tangle tight where secrets creep. The wind hums low, the earth runs deep. I walk the edge where danger hums. I am the jungle, I am the drum.
The next dance is very special to us and also serves as a memorial to our former first girl, Jazz, whom we have lost this last year. This dance was originally written and performed by Jazz. Now in memory, we have our current first girl, Niobe, and Kajiri, Rojo, and Miyoko dancing this today.
Allard says, kiss Gail, smiley face, welcome back.
Ashley says, applause. Niobe shouts. Crimson hair cascades over golden shoulders as sunlight bounces brightly around the glade. Like a slumbering reptile, the sun's warmth fills her with life as she looks down on the village below. Ashley says, applause.
Allard says, applauds.
Niobe shouts. A smile forms on her lips watching the Kajiri working. Some in the fields and orchards, others gathering herbs, and some of the younger, newer ones. Well, it's hard to see what useful work they are doing, but at least they look busy. Isanai says, claps. Niobe stretches as warm shafts of light slide slowly down her body. Slender tan limbs made strong by work. Curling one leg beneath her, she rises gracefully from the grass as her mind is drawn back through the years by the sight of a new slave struggling to milk a belligerent boss. Niobe's fingers lightly brush the scar on her thigh where inexperience once cost her blood, and a broken bone at the hooves of a boss. As her mind unwinds the seasons, her feet start to slip and slide over the ground, spinning and turning as she rejoices in the warmth and scents of the jungles. Niobe recalls her early fumbling, clumsy days in the camp. Chided by the older girls and huntresses alike, she learned that the harsh words were often meant from care and concern, as shouted command was not always a threat. It could also be a warning.
Abijam says, sheening up behind Azza.
Niobe shouts. Fern-like her body unfurls as she thinks of the lessons learned, the lessons she now passes on to others. Where to find the sweetest berries. How to tame a frightened beast, be it two-legged or four. She recalls how knowledge starts so small, almost useless, but in time grows if tested and challenged. Allah says, sit Gale. Niobe pauses, suddenly still. A tiny seed spirals down from the canopy, flashing bright as it drifts in and out of the sunlight. So small and delicate, yet with potential to grow into a mighty tree. Like a kajira, the seed will be subject to many trials and many will fall before their time. Niobe watches the seed and wonders, will it survive? Will it take root and grow, or wither, or be devoured? How many seeds must fall for one to thrive? How many collars given before one heart is bound? Nature will test the seed to ensure only the strongest survive, as the tribe will test Kajiri. Not through cruelty, but to teach and strengthen, just as flexing in the wind strengthens the sapling. Each challenge builds knowledge and resilience. Each failure brings strength and determination. Over the years, the failures got fewer and lesser. Those that survive grow strong. Others break and are consumed by the jungle. Niobe sings softly as she sets off down the path, pausing to call encouragement to two girls high a palm tree collecting sap. Make the cut higher. No hijhr. She sighs, smiling as the cry comes back. Yeba Asanti, first girl. For this is Niobe, the first girl of Wa Ngao, grown from the weak, vulnerable sapling of years before into the senior Kajira that guides Wa Ngao Kajiri. Niobe smiles softly, knowing one of these girls will continue to grow and someday become the first girl with the knowledge to guide tribe in the future when Niobe's bones grow weary. Ames shouts, La cujito a Wa Ngao. Faith says, applause. Gavin shouts, so beautiful. Ashley says, applause. Wendy shouts, it is that magic moment. Just before dawn, a Taluna lets her look wander over Lake Ngao. Tammy shouts, woot Wendy. Wendy shouts, reflections of the first day light dance over the calm surface. Tiny drops of morning dew cling to the big leaves of palm trees. The soft murmur of awakening insects fills the air. The whisper of a mild breeze fleetingly hugs the grass at her feet. She breathes deep the serenity of the jungles, tranquil, calm, peaceful. This is her home, the home of her people, the Taluna Wa Ngao. Closing her eyes, she thinks of sisters past and present, of great tribes once close to Wa Ngao. Nia shouts, "Go Taluna!"
Wendy shoot, Sana Askari, Luc, Sageral.
The tribes are no more. Gone history but not forgotten, they live in the memory Wa Ngao. Suddenly a disturbing noise alerts the Taluna raiders trample through the jungle. The Taluna takes her bow, sending a red signal arrow high into the sky. As the arrow makes its way, she sees it all in her mind. Kajiri gather materials to treat the wounded. Kujitoa pick up their bows to defend the camp. Huntresses rush to rally points to go into combat. Gale says, "Oh, I was S.A. Gerard." Wendy shouts. Messengers depart to take news of the attack to friends and allies abroad. The lone Taluna spots the raiders, so many no chance to prevail. Without hesitation, defiantly yelling her battle cry, she engages in the fight she cannot win. She fights fiercely. Her muscles ache. She tires. She is doomed to go down fighting bravely. She feels no fear, no regret. True to herself and her tribe, honoring sisters and home, she will go down with her pledge fulfilled. Suddenly, as if trees and leaves become alive like ghosts, fighters swarm the jungles. Sisters Wa Ngao, sisters of the Vekan and Tokiakam, even pygmies.
Allard says, applause.
Wendy shouts. The continent answered her call to arms. Arrows find their targets, Icarus strike true. Suni says, "Oh, that part was awesome." Wendy shouts, "Fearless battlefield healers tend the injured. The raiders are beaten back." Talunas and their allies vanish into the jungles, a raider's nightmare. Once more tranquility descends on the land. A Taluna lets her look wander over Lake Ngao. Reflections of sunlight dance over the calm surface. Peaceful and calm, the home of the Taluna Wa Ngao.
Shouts, wow. Allard says, applause.
Nia says, "Applause." Faith says, "Applause."
Allard says, applause.
Tammy shouts, "Very nice."
Thank you, everyone, for being with us today and giving us your time and attention. We do hope this was educational and enjoyable for you, and hopefully you learned a little bit more about us. On behalf of the Wa Ngao Taluna tribe, I wish you Kwaheri and a wonderful rest of your day.
MK says, bravo.
Suni says, "Yay, that was amazing."
Shouts, upnos. Allard says, applause. Cord shouts, amazing. Esther shouts, bravo.
Ashley says, applause. Ashley says, applause. Alla shouts applause.
Marlena shouts, very nice.
Ashley shouts, woot woot Wa Ngao.
Darius claps loudly. Sam says, bravo. Compete. Bravo. Compete. Kirsten Mabe shouts, yes, bravo. Taluna stand together. Love you all my Wa Ngao sisters.
Suni says, I have never seen Panthers dance before. I am so happy I came. Great job. Tammy shouts, thank you. Faith says, applause.
Allard says, applause. Zephyr shouts, Taluna strong.
Tahenia says, woots. That was amazing.
Darius shouts, great job, Wa Ngao. Thank you very much, Smiles. MK says, I'm so proud of my sisters.
Allah shouts, not alone, we are all one Panther nation under the stars. Gavin shouts, so good, congratulations, Wa Ngao.
Allard says, applause.
Suni says, almost makes you want to run away and join them, laughing out loud. Tammy says, scar. Isanai says, very good, well done. Ashley says, applause.
Darius looks at Karis. Don, to get any ideas.
Ashley says, applause.
Allard says, applause.
Ashley shouts, wonderful performance.
Kirsten Mabe says, scar. Sabo Bona.
Gail says, it smells here.
Darius says, oh, I'm sure she would praise. Sam says, superb.
Tammy says, I go camp, it's done here. Scarlett says, you Sabo Bona my aunt. Mia shouts, be safe, all thank you and hugs. She back to camp. Hugs, dear Vex.
Darius says, okay, mine. You may say your farewells and return your duties. Sam says, well done, Wa Ngao. Allard says, Bachi Vedo Asina, smiling face. Allard says, kisses on with dinner, smiling face. MK says, thank you, Sam. Zephyr says, Wa Harry, greet us.
Scarlett says, still haven't rezzed much. Tahenia says, thank you, my master. Wishes all well. Ashley says, hugs and kisses, Allah.
Darius says, I wish everyone well.